Okay, so welcome back to Beijing in the video. I figured since I did the last video, I wanted to kind of continue, maybe do kind of a small mini-series. Let me know if you have questions or anything like that. I'm definitely not sort of qualified to talk about this. I don't have any qualifications whatsoever, but I figured I can just share what I'm doing, maybe you can take something, out of it. So, as mentioned earlier, I normally try to go here in the morning, so it's 6 in the morning now on a Wednesday morning, just to get it out of the way. And actually, I haven't eaten anything so far. I just had a coffee. I'm gonna have kind of a pre-workout later. And I feel for myself, actually, if you have kind of a really big dinner, like a salad, and with some really good fats in it, you actually tend to feel full for longer, even when you wake up. At least for me, and having breakfast is kind of a habit. So I felt okay just waking up, had a coffee, and no problem. After this, I'm probably gonna have a nice breakfast, kind of as a reward instead. And I feel also like, for me, I try to just listen to my body. So if I start to get a little bit sort of a buzzing feeling or kind of a headache, it probably means I have almost like low blood sugar actually. So then I just have an apple, like a fruit or a banana or something, and then I actually feel quite okay. So I didn't feel that way, so I'm just gonna get started here. Today I'm just gonna keep it simple, doing some leg exercises and abs. So probably like some squats and some different kind of setups. Just kind of try to keep it basic. Less is more, so I prefer to do just a few good exercises that work instead of trying like 10 different ones and then you skip it. So that's just what I'm gonna show you now, so let's get started. Okay, so now we're gonna do squats here, and actually someone else came in the gym here, so I'm not the only crazy one doing exercise 6 in the morning, but it's a bit noisy in the background. So once again, I'm not a professional, so my form is probably not ideal. Check some other people if you wanna learn about this. It's gonna show you what I do, but if you have comments or advice on how to do it better, definitely let me know. So I'm gonna do 20 kilos on each side, so 40. I'm quite weak on this, but we'll see. Better do it properly than trying to push yourself too much. So let's get started here. Whew. So actually I only did 6 there. Could probably push it a little bit more, but I don't want to go too heavy. Probably I'm gonna do 3 or 4 times 8 here, maybe reduce the weight a little bit. Haven't done this in a while, so I feel a bit tired. I'm gonna mix it up a bit, so I'm gonna do some ab crunches here next up. So when I do this, I use this sort of cable thing, so depending on what machines you have, you're gonna have to replace this here. I'm gonna put it on, then depending on how strong you are, you can pick the right weight. I'm gonna do 80 kilos here. So this is, as I mentioned earlier, it's all about progressive overload. So basically using more and more weights. If you just do crunches, you never get sort of stronger. You can do more, of course, but this is pushing the weight. So you go down here and you wanna make sure you activate the core as much as possible so you don't use like your arms or anything like that. So this, you pull down here. Wanna make sure you really activate the core. Going all the way up and all the way down, so depending on your strength you can see how many you can do, but I think this one is a really good one, so I'm probably gonna do like 20 or something and then times 3 and 4. So yeah, that's one of my favorites. Whew, okay, so I got in 20 there. Now I'm gonna continue. I think we're gonna do some leg extensions. Okay, so I was actually checking the video there from the last exercises, and I'm sure the form is not ideal. My back is probably a bit, too bent or so on. So once again, I'm not a professional. Get some inspiration, but check from others, get advice on how you should do it properly. It's quite noisy in the background now, but I'm gonna do these leg extensions. So it's for the legs, obviously. You have to make sure it's properly adjusted here. And then what weight you can do, so I think I'm gonna do 91 kilos is actually the maximum on this one, but I think at least for this exercise I'm quite strong. Squat not so much, but we'll see. Let's see how many I can do. Ten. Actually I could probably do a bit more, but I think these are a bit low here. It hurts here, so I'm gonna readjust this one. If it's hurt, it's not correct. So Yeah, take a bit of a break here and then continue. I think I'm gonna do some Russian twists over there, so let's get going. Ooh, okay, so for this exercise it's for your core, but it's also using weights once again to kind of do progressive overload. So I'm gonna lie down here and twist, and you want to make sure you don't move your legs too much. Easier said than done, but I'm gonna show you. Okay, so I did 20 there. I could probably do a bit more, maybe 30, but depending on the weight, this also have 25 kilos here. So I think that one is a really good way of increasing the weights on the core here. So I'm gonna do this probably, 20 or 30 sets times 3 or 4 reps. So those are just inspirational ones. So leg extension, we have the squat, and then we had the cable crunch, and then this twist. So actually only 4 exercises. You can throw in a lot more obviously, but just keeping it simple and short here today. Maybe next one I do biceps and back pull, we'll see. Let me know if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. Once again, quite different than my normal videos, but if you like it, give it a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.